What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a pretty entertaining episode of Friday Night SmackDown. How you doing, Matthew?
Good. Let me just say before I get into it, if you guys hear any banging or popping or whatever, it's not the crowd from SmackDown last night. It's somebody outside. They're just fixing my garage door. So just let that go. Don't be
Bear with us.
framed by that. So SmackDown popped. This crowd was actually really motivated to, hype up the WWE product. So a red hot segment on SmackDown kicks off. RK Bro popping with the crowd, and then the Usos interrupt. Nice verbal confrontation. Nice fluid promo by Randy Orton, Jimmy and Jey Uso. Just back and forth shots. Later accepting RK Bro's challenge for a championship unification match. So that's interesting. We're having RK Bro on SmackDown. Orton just brought a lot of energy here. He's just having a blast, and his chemistry with Riddle is so strong. And the match against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions should be very fun. I mean, do not be surprised if the cheap shot dealt by the Usos to Riddle in this promo leads to a match later in the show, because that's usually the direction WWE creative takes in these situations. But maybe they'll hype it up for WrestleMania Backlash or SummerSlam. So let's move about next. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley. This was a pretty good matchup. The two teams, I think I'm slowly starting to dig the women's division again.
Me too.
Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I really am. They exhibited some good, strong in-ring chemistry these past few weeks, especially with WrestleMania. The pushing onslaught of Ripley and Naomi's elusiveness and athleticism, it meshed well. And, the dynamic rears its head on Raw, and the much anticipated showdown lives on the lofty expectations of what we really want to see. And I like it. I do like it. And they did have a great match. And you know what? I'm here for it, dude. I really am.
Oh, yeah, dude, I agree with you. I appreciate that they're trying to build up those women's tag team champions now and give them somewhat of a storyline. I want to see Rhea Ripley join Edge's faction, though, in the worst way.
Oh, for sure. It was a great match. And then they kind of cut to Happy Corbin referring to Madcap Moss as a lackey, a hanger-on, and kind of calling him a fall on his face and becoming the laughing stock of the Blue Brand, which Madcap Moss, kind of had to fire back as he faced Humberto Carrillo next. The crowd actually really appealed to him. Even with that, it's imperative that WWE strips him of the gimmick he has right now. I think he has to lose those shorts and suspenders and kind of just has to grow up and be a man of 2022. He's too talented to be held back. And
oh, yeah.
I think, I just really think he's got to just outgrow that. But Drew Gulak hosted an interview segment with Charlotte Flair. Cool. I'll see Drew Gulak in the
Drew Gulak on some TV, man. Love to see it.
Yeah, hyping up some excitement for the Queen's match with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania Backlash and stuff like that. Flair's attack on Gulak, her figure eight, and her, oh my God, man, humiliating screaming of "I quit," failed to put the champion over as a threat to tap out anyone. But you know what? It just was a shit show. And you know what? I'm still here to see Drew Gulak, get his ass beat, but he's being put in the spotlight, so I'll take it.
Is it bad that I kind of forgot that he was with WWE, but this segment was comedy gold, man? And I hope we see more of this with Charlotte Flair, man. She really showed her comedic chops.
Yeah. So it wasn't, anything crazy, but what happened next was nothing too crazy, but it was kind of funny. Drew McIntyre set to take on Sami Zayn, but for the second time in many weeks, Sami Zayn running through the crowd, avoiding Drew McIntyre, just with a loss of a count out.
Yeah, throwing Pat McAfee in the way, man. Poor Pat man. I thought he was going to get Claymore. Got to watch out.
If you think about it, these are the two best wrestlers on the roster, right? It kind of seems like it feels nice to deliver up to their potential. And honestly, Sami Zayn, if he's not even wrestling, he's just making fun with the crowd. And you know what? I like it. And McIntyre is the ass-kicking babyface. It's just a great character to pair him with.
Absolutely, man. I cannot agree with you more. Both these superstars get the crowd involved in the match, and you got a massive heel on one side and a great babyface with a vicious Claymore kick to finish him off. I think
so. That was a storyline, exactly. That was a storyline we like to see, and it meshed well. They kind of put it together quickly, but it was great. But what next? Jinder Mahal taking on the champion Ricochet. There was no hype to it.
This was horrible. I didn't like it for Ricochet.
Ricochet's latest title defense only lasted a handful of minutes, and nothing about the match suggested Mahal can look forward to a nice role on Friday nights. Not everything about this match disappointed, but I think reestablishing credibility with an audience who spent 2 years watching him lose Ricochet I'm talking about. This is one of those matches, and it will only help Ricochet in the long run. With WWE Creative, they can resist the urge to switch a title or redirect the focus somewhere. So, I don't know, man. Ricochet's just on a pump. He really is.
I just don't understand WWE Creative. Can we just remember a few short years ago, Jinder Mahal was WWE champion?
He was reigning supreme, dude. He was reigning stronger than freaking anybody besides Roman Reigns. He was pushed through the roof.
And now he's jobbing out to Ricochet. By all means, I love Ricochet. I love what he's doing with the Intercontinental Championship. But can we have some story cohesiveness in WWE, please?
Right. I mean, we cut backstage to Sheamus and Ridge Holland. They just lost Butch, dude. He was just still going crazy.
He was going nuts.
Find himself attacking New Day backstage, inciting a brawl, and then Lacey Evans continued her comeback with like an emotional story from the past. And we see backstage a lot of backstage segments. Natalya and Shayna Baszler encountered by Raquel Rodriguez with the former backhandedly welcoming her to the show. So could we see Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler, or somebody with Raquel's choosing? Cool to see some new members on SmackDown. Let's move to our main event.
That women's division.
Yeah, for sure. And we really need that. But moving to our main event, Riddle versus Jimmy Uso, Jay and Orton ringside, Orton toying with Jay outside. I think he hit an RKO or something like that. But Riddle countered a pop-up Samoan drop into an RKO for the win. So RK Bros still your Raw Tag Team Champions. On a night when Roman Reigns was nowhere to be found, Orton and Riddle's presence on the show, it really was important, and they didn't disappoint, sending fans home, happy. The stakes were high, main event worthy, dude. Them versus Usos at WrestleMania Backlash. I think it was a good way that we are told Riddle is still strong. Riddle won tonight, but we are going to see a real big showdown at WrestleMania Backlash. And I hate to say it, but the Usos are going to win at WrestleMania Backlash. That's going to happen.
But I think that this could set Riddle off into his singles run. I love RK Bro. I mean, Randy Orton is just, I think what's he in, like year 20, year 23, something like that.
Yep.
He's just still going, man. Like he's in his prime, and I love to see it.
He's having fun.
RK Bro lose, man, but this title unification bout's got me excited for WrestleMania Backlash. I applaud WWE for trying to get their SmackDown and Raw tag team divisions up off the ground, and we saw some new returning stars to WWE SmackDown. So
especially Raquel Rodriguez. So I can't wait to see what they do with her. But WrestleMania Backlash, they're starting to build it up. But we've been hearing some rumors for SummerSlam too, which is after this pay-per-view. So we could
maybe John
some rumors about that. John Cena, Brock Lesnar rumor too. So we'll see what they have in store. But without further ado, SmackDown was pretty well written, man. It was a great show.
I give it a B+. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, and subscribe. And we will have a NASCAR race recap for you tomorrow. A Bristol dirt race, man. They're going to get dirty. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
Let us know what you guys think, and we will see you next time. Peace out.
Adios, guys.
Come on and fight.